Hello Big P fans, we are here at Heathfield, Surrey. Now this video is going to be a bit different because I'm going to do a day in the life of a monster truck driver or monster truck team. So in the footage it's going to show you the pre-show checks that we do and the bimbling around that I do, and it's going to also have some first person view footage of the show. So hope you enjoy. Like, subscribe, all that. Check out our other socials, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Thank you. Okay, we start off in my van. I've just woken up, put my gear on, and then first job is uncover the engine. So I've got to remove the engine cover there, which is made out of a former curtain side. We put that on overnight, and when it's travelling, just to keep the engine dry, it being open, it'll be open to all the elements there. It has bungee cords on, so they always get snagged on everything, which is what's going on there. And then I roll it up. I have a very specific way of rolling it up so I can make sure it goes onto the engine nice and easy. I can't take credit for this. Former teammate built this. Ollie, if you're watching, big shout out to you. Right. Go and put this back on the trailer. There's Bubba, give him a little beard tickle. Bubba's his nickname, his real name is Lee Harrison. Bubba is a character, Bubba J, who likes drinking beer and watching NASCAR. And he's very much a caricature of what he is as a person. One day I'll do a video about Lee. He's got such a fascinating life. So I'm removing the side windows here. These are made out of former windscreens that have been cut into shape, held on with a few toggles. Quick check of the battery, making sure the ignition works, and then I pull them out through the wheel arch there. They go in just like the engine cover for when we're travelling, but because they're see-through, we have the ability to run with them during the show. So if we've got particularly terrible weather, we can drive with them in. Right, so I'm going to go and clean the windscreen now. The windscreen's polycarbonate. It's a very soft plastic. In the past we've used all sorts of detergents and cleaning products, but that seems to eat into the plastic. So last year the supplier advised us that we use fairy liquid, but with the fairy liquid I was finding that I was scratching the windscreen. So this is a new technique for this year. That's Andy there having a quick shave. So I've just got clean water, a towelly cloth, and the idea is I give it as much of a pump and I swill off all the dust. So hopefully I can lengthen the lifespan of the windscreen. The theory being we swill off the dust, there's nothing there to scratch, and then I use a nice towelly cloth provided by Ducksmart to wipe it clean. Lee Harrison, our American driver, he's got quite a unique look at the moment. He's watched a few TV programs of Vikings and decided that's how he wants to look, so he's gone and grown his beard and grown the top of his hair out. He's also, as it happens, going to be an extra in Vikings or a Viking program, so that's going to ruin it for me. I'll be watching it one day and the illusion will be ruined because I'll have Lee gurning in the background. So everybody always asks, how do you get into a monster truck? Well, you climb up underneath. Now I haven't added any extra water, it's just a condensation here that I'm cleaning off on the inside. Right, we're on to doing the levels. Quick check of the water on the radiator, finger should be wet. Then I move on to the engine oil. Pull that out, check the dipstick, there's another one next to me. That looks okay. And do the gear oil. Now I like to use a blue roll on the gear oil because it shows you very closely where the oil mark is. It can be quite hard to see with ATF, it's quite a thin fluid, especially when it's warm. And just a final check, make sure the ignition's still alive. Normally at this point I'd like to start up the engines, but it being a agricultural show and there was horses going on, I had to cut that short. Right, on to the signing on stuff. We've got about 3 or 4 signing on forms here that we need. We have a press signing on form for when we've got press involved. Signing on form for crew, and signing on for drivers, and the signing on form for the vehicles. Just stealing Michael's chocolate. He comes along in a minute and reprimands me for eating his birthday chocolate. There he goes. What are you eating my chocolate for? Because it was there and it's tasty. So we all fill out the signing on forms. This is the checklist, the pre-event checklist. Goes through, are the fire extinguishers in place, has the team been briefed, has this happened, has that happened. Then there's the driver signing on form. The crew signing on form, which I don't fill in because I've already filled in a signing on form. And then there's the signing on form for the monster trucks as well. Quick pet of Chevy, Team Dog. And now we do the levels on Big Pete. Big Pete needs the bumper to swing forward, otherwise the bonnet or the hood to our American friends wouldn't clear, wouldn't open properly. It's held in with 2 latches and 2 pins, and that's me trying to convince Michael to do some work. There he goes. Engine oil, power steering fluid, water in the radiator, and gear oil. Right. And then he closes the hood, put the pins back in. It is not unknown for us to forget about the pins and do shows with the pins hanging out, and we put the bumper back on. Now he's forgotten to check the fans, so this is how you climb up Big Pete, up the tyre and step across. So I turn the ignition on and listen for the hums of the 2 separate fans. Right, happy with that. We've got fans and all the levels look to be okay. Right, team briefing. There we have Andy, Chief Groundsman, Michael, driver of Big Pete and owner of the 2 trucks, and Lee there on the right with his hair now in some sort of ponytail. We're just talking about the lay of the land, the shape of the arena, the environment, horses, how we need to drive, who's going to go first, because we have 3 drivers and 2 trucks, so there's a rotation. We're going from this corner to that corner, flat, level, any questions, and he walks off. Right, this is my race equipment. Thermal underwear, my helmet, which I will put the camera on after this, gloves and head sock, and hands device. And the main thing, the 3-layer fire suit. There I am, looking like some overweight Power Ranger.
Hello Big P fans, there is a slight continuity error. As you can see, I'm in different clothes. And that's because when I went to bed, I thought about this, as you do in bed, you think about things. And I suddenly realised this is going to be quite a long video. So I'm going to break it up into 3 chunks. Hopefully this is the end of the first chunk, which should be the pre-show preparation of what to the show. The next video will be what we do during the show from the driver's point of view and from on the ground, and then the third video will be the pack up at the end of the day. So watch out for part 2 and 3.